Before these words reach your heart, I need you to pause. Just for a moment. Let the noise of your day fade into the background, because what you are about to receive is not random text on a screen. It is a thread, carefully woven by forces you cannot see, designed to lead you exactly here, to this very second. You didn't arrive by chance. You were guided, gently but persistently, as if an invisible hand was at your back, ensuring you wouldn't miss this appointment. And before the full weight of this message settles upon you, know this: your spirit has been restless since dawn, not with anxiety, but with preparation. The light that shielded you through the night has not withdrawn, it has only grown brighter, waiting for this moment of delivery. The words you are about to read were contested, delayed, and almost silenced 3 separate times because of the profound truth they carry. But heaven has decreed, the time for hiding is over. Listen now, not with your mind, which seeks logic, but with your soul, which already knows. What I am about to share concerns the very space where you lay your head at night, the walls that contain your dreams, the rooms that hold your secrets, and the shadows that have been concealing a truth you were never meant to uncover. Your home, my beloved, has been a silent witness. It has absorbed conversations you never heard and harbored intentions you never saw. And now, a specific woman, the one whose face just flickered in your thoughts, is on the precipice of being fully and finally revealed. Heaven urges you, do not scroll past this. The quickening of your pulse is not fear, it is your soul recognizing its own truth. For too long, you have tried to rationalize the unease that settles over you like a familiar, unwanted guest. The energy in your home has been distorted. The air itself feels heavier, as if it's holding its breath. The nights stretch longer, the silence rings louder, and you found yourself waking at odd hours, your spirit alert, sensing a shift on the horizon. You've tried to dismiss these feelings, to bury them under logic, but you cannot ignore this. The woman you are thinking of, the one who wears kindness like a costume, has been moving through your space with a mask firmly in place. And heaven is about to tear it off. Your home is under a divine microscope. Every corner, every doorway, every spot where you stand to think or pray has been observed by forces loyal only to your well-being. The reason this message reaches you now is because a profound shift is occurring in your spiritual atmosphere. Illusions are dissolving. Hidden motives are being dragged into the light. You have never been alone in that house, even in your most solitary moments. Angelic guardians have stood at your windows, lingered on your thresholds, and circled your bed as you slept. What they witnessed last night, a specific spiritual intrusion, is the very reason you are reading this today. The truth is simple, yet stark. Someone has spoken against you in the quiet places. A woman, fueled by an envy she has carefully concealed, attempted to reach into the spiritual space around you and disrupt the blessing that has been assigned to your life. She tried to plant a seed of discord, a whisper of doubt, into the protective barrier that heaven has erected around you. But heaven shows you now that her efforts were futile. The moment her intention was formed, a light more powerful than any darkness she could muster, ignited within your home. That light, the very essence of divine protection, incinerated her intent before it could take root. But here is what she does not yet know: her failure in the spiritual realm is merely the prelude. The physical revelation is imminent. Heaven is not warning you to frighten you, but to prepare you. A revelation is about to unfold within your walls. The truth that has been hidden will echo off the very surfaces that absorbed it. A conversation you were never meant to hear will be made known to you. A piece of behavior you dismissed as nothing will suddenly snap into focus, revealing its true, jagged edge. She believes she is safe in her secrecy. She believes her mask is secure. But heaven has declared that you will see. And in that seeing, you will finally understand why this message found you today, at this precise moment. This is the source of your restlessness. This is why sleep has felt elusive. This is why your spirit has been on high alert, sensing a disturbance just beneath the surface of your daily life. That is not anxiety, my beloved. That is revelation, knocking at your door. Your home is on the verge of a new spiritual alignment, and when such a shift occurs, truth cannot remain buried. Her truth is next. Heaven asks you to remain alert, to be present, to watch for the signs, because her exposure is not a random event, it is a divine appointment. Anchor yourself in this: you are protected. You are chosen. You are watched over. Nothing within that house has the power to harm you. No intention formed against you will succeed. The reason you are receiving this now is because a miracle is being aligned with your living space. Heaven is preparing your very atmosphere for a breakthrough, and anything, or anyone, that does not resonate with that breakthrough will be swept away. The energy she carried was dense, woven from threads of envy, comparison, silent rage, and hidden agendas. Heaven declares that you must see her truth before your blessing arrives, because the blessing that is approaching will fundamentally alter your home. She was never meant to be a part of it. She gained access to something she should never have touched. She glimpsed something that was never meant for her eyes. And she attempted to interfere with a destiny she could never hope to reach. But heaven, in its infinite vigilance, protected it. And that protection is now manifesting as her exposure. Your home is more than brick and mortar. It is a spiritual vessel, a consecrated space, a gateway for the divine message that is even now being prepared for you. Someone tried to pollute that space, but heaven declares that your home is about to be purified. When the exposure occurs, you will experience two simultaneous sensations, a profound relief and a crystal clear clarity. And then, a miracle. Because the exposure itself is the catalyst for your elevation. What she tried to conceal will be laid bare. What she tried to distort will be straightened. What she sought to shatter will be restored, stronger than before. And when the truth surfaces, you will finally comprehend the reason for the delays, the confusion, the inexplicable obstacles in your path. It was never you. It was the residue of her energy, clinging to the atmosphere of your life. But heaven has intervened. Your home is about to feel lighter. The atmosphere is about to glow with a renewed peace. The nights will become restful, the days blessed. The heaviness will dissolve because divine forces have fully entered your space. You are chosen for this revelation. Prepare your heart now, for the answers you have silently carried for months are about to be revealed. You have sensed something amiss for a long time, explaining it away as overthinking or imagination. But heaven confirms you were never imagining. Your spirit was detecting a disturbance long before your eyes could perceive it. The first sign you missed was the sudden, inexplicable heaviness that would fill a room when she entered. Do you recall those days when the air felt thick for no reason? When you'd cross your threshold and feel instantly drained? When silence felt oppressive rather than peaceful? That was not your imagination. That was the energy of her hidden intentions. The second sign was the quieting of your own home. Joy once echoed within your walls, but lately, the laughter has felt muffled. A home responds to the energy it contains. When envy enters, the walls themselves seem to grow silent. Your home grew silent, and heaven took notice. She carried thoughts that had no right to be near you, comparison dressed as admiration, jealousy disguised as concern, irritation masked as care. Do not blame yourself for your kindness. Heaven never faults the innocent for their open heart. The flaw was never in your trust, it was in her intention. She underestimated the scope of divine vision. She underestimated who watches over you. And now, she will be exposed. This exposure is not punishment, it is alignment. It is the rising of truth. It is heaven correcting the atmosphere around you. A house is a repository of memories, energy, secrets, and prayers. Lately, your home has been the silent battlefield for a war between light and shadow. Do you know why you felt those sudden emotional shifts? Some nights you felt drained the moment you rested. Some mornings your motivation was simply gone. Some days you felt an inexplicable urge to leave. These were not random. They were the effects of her energy trying to cling to your space. But heaven declares her grip is broken. Before the full revelation of her actions, understand this, your home is entering a divine cleansing. The spiritual walls are being washed. The atmosphere is being reset. Your blessings are being prepared for entry, and she cannot be part of the next chapter. Heaven waited for the precise moment to reveal this. If you had heard it sooner, you would not have understood. If you had heard it later, you would have suffered needlessly. But now, you are ready. Listen carefully. This woman attempted to close a door that was meant for your future. She released words with a negative intention into the atmosphere of your home. She spoke things that could have taken root, had heaven not intervened. Words spoken with jealousy carry weight in the spiritual realm. But words spoken under divine protection carry infinitely more power. Your protection nullified her intention the instant it was formed. The moment she spoke against you, her words fell to the ground like dust. They never reached you. They never touched your destiny. But heaven recorded her intention, and heaven does not ignore what is whispered in secret. The coming exposure will not embarrass you, it will liberate you. It will free your home, restore your peace, and lift the spiritual weight you have been carrying. The truth will not harm you, it will protect you. For her, however, the truth will reveal what she worked so hard to bury. The exposure will manifest in one of three ways, and your spirit will recognize it instantly. Either you will overhear something meant to be private. Or someone will come to you with an unexpected truth. Or she herself will make a critical error, revealing her own deception. It is already in motion. When it happens, you will feel an internal shift, a sudden clarity, a sudden understanding, a sudden lightness. Heaven has been waiting to remove her influence so your blessings could enter freely. The blessing coming to your home is far larger than you imagine. Heaven will not allow anyone carrying hidden bitterness to stand near your miracle. That is why she must be exposed. You may wonder why she was this way. Why she wore a mask. Heaven answers gently, because your light irritated the darkness within her. Your peace threatened her insecurity. Your glow reminded her of what she could not control. Your destiny made her fearful, so she hid behind a smile she never truly wore. But heaven is finished with masks. This is the moment truth rises. Now, breathe slowly. This is where the truth uncovers itself, layer by layer, exactly as heaven has written it. Listen with your inner ear, for what is about to be revealed is not ordinary. It is not casual. It is the truth you were never meant to miss. That woman tried to enter your spiritual atmosphere without permission. She did not break into your home, but she attempted something far more insidious. She tried to infiltrate the energy of your home, the sacred space that heaven has consecrated for you alone. And heaven did not allow it. A home is a spiritual container. It holds your prayers, your tears, your dreams, your divine protection. When someone carries negative intentions, jealousy, bitterness, resentment, and attempts to influence that atmosphere, heaven responds immediately. And that is exactly what happened. She walked into your space carrying a hidden weight. She smiled, but the smile was not pure. She spoke kindly, but her spirit whispered something else. She pretended to care, but her intentions were tangled and dark. She felt threatened by your destiny, by your glow, by the divine favor that surrounds you. And she tried to disturb the harmony of your atmosphere. But she forgot one crucial thing: you are not unprotected. You are not spiritually alone. You are under the shield of heaven. The moment she stepped into your space with those intentions, the angels surrounding your home stood taller. The spiritual air shifted against her energy. She thought she left unnoticed. She thought she hid her inner thoughts. She thought her mask remained in place. But heaven saw everything. She tried to speak something into your home, perhaps with words, perhaps with thoughts, perhaps with silent resentment. It was not loud. It was not obvious. But in the spiritual realm, her intention echoed. And in that echo, heaven responded. That night, something happened in your home. You did not see it with your eyes, but your soul felt it. The air felt strange. The silence felt heavy. The night felt longer. Heaven moved during that night. Your spirit could not rest because angels were battling an energy that did not belong near you. A cleansing took place, a battle you did not witness but heaven won. This is why you woke exhausted even after rest. This is why your mood shifted without reason. This is why your thoughts felt clouded. It was not stress, it was spiritual work occurring around you. Hear this clearly: the moment she released her silent intention, heaven crushed it. The moment she tried to disturb your peace, heaven deflected it. The moment she attempted to cloud your blessings, heaven kept them untouched. Nothing she tried succeeded. Nothing she planned worked. Nothing she whispered held power, because heaven stands between you and harm. That is why she will be exposed. Not for shame, not for punishment, but to prepare your home for the miracle that is coming. Her energy cannot coexist with your blessing. Your next blessing is too pure, too large, too divine to share space with a hidden heart. Now, I will reveal what she attempted in greater detail. She tried to plant doubt. She tried to plant fear. She tried to plant spiritual blockage. She tried to plant confusion near your breakthrough. But heaven uprooted everything before it could grow. This is why you felt disconnected from your own home at times. This is why small things went wrong. This is why your emotions felt unpredictable. That was her seed trying to grow, but it died before it touched your destiny. And now, hear this with the seriousness heaven intends: her exposure is tied to your next elevation. Her truth must emerge before your blessing can enter. The negativity she carried cannot cross the threshold into your future. When the exposure happens, you will not need to confront her. You will not need to argue or defend yourself. The truth will reveal itself effortlessly: a slip of words, a sudden change in behavior, a message sent to the wrong person, a confession from someone else, a mask that falls at the wrong moment. Heaven will choose the moment that aligns with your protection. And when it happens, your home will feel lighter instantly. Your spirit will breathe again. Your peace will return. Your sleep will deepen. Your blessings will enter freely. The atmosphere of your home is about to transform. The heaviness will lift, the shadows will fade, the rooms will awaken with warmth. Divine protection has been placed over your home. The signs of her impending exposure are already forming around you. Heaven never exposes something without sending signals first. These signals are already gathering. The first sign, you will feel the atmosphere shift. One day soon, you will walk into a room and the air will feel unexpectedly lighter, a peace you haven't felt in a long time settling over you like a warm blanket. That shift will be the first confirmation of the cleansing. The second sign, things that have been going wrong will suddenly start going right. Your sleep will improve, your thoughts will clear, small problems will correct themselves. This is heaven restoring order. The third sign will come through your intuition. Her name will rise in your mind without warning, not through fear but through clarity. You won't search for it, the truth will simply arrive in your spirit. The fourth sign will be in her behavior. She will become uneasy, avoidant, defensive, or unnaturally kind. Her mask will begin to crack. The fifth sign is the most important, her truth will slip out in front of you. A wrong word, a reaction she cannot hide, a message sent by mistake. This is heaven exposing the hidden through the smallest crack in the mask. You will know instantly. Everything that didn't make sense will suddenly align. The sixth sign is spiritual, you will feel lighter inside your own home. Your room will feel brighter, your thoughts clearer, your sleep deeper. The seventh sign is a blessing in disguise, you will receive unexpected clarity about your next steps. When negative energy leaves, the future becomes visible. The eighth sign will be emotional release. You may cry without knowing why, or feel suddenly hopeful. This is your spirit releasing the heaviness. The ninth sign is a rise in spiritual awareness. You will start seeing beyond the surface, sensing energies clearly, recognizing intentions instantly. This is the awakening heaven gives to the protected. The 10th sign is the most powerful, a major blessing will enter your life directly tied to your home. A financial breakthrough, a relocation, a miracle connected to property, a divine upgrade in your environment. This will happen after her exposure, not before. Because heaven has been guarding this blessing until your atmosphere is purified. Understand this clearly, her exposure is not the end of your story. It is the beginning of the chapter heaven has prepared. Her departure is your entrance. Her exposure is your elevation. Her exit is your breakthrough. Now, we reach the deepest part of this revelation. Why was she allowed near you at all? Heaven never allows anything without purpose. Her presence had a divine design. Not because she was meant to stay, but because she was meant to teach you, to reveal something to you, to prepare you. Even her wrong intentions were used by heaven to strengthen your spirit. There are 4 divine reasons she entered your space. First, to sharpen your spiritual vision. Your heart is gentle, your trust is deep, and heaven treasures this. But heaven also wanted you to learn to see beyond smiles and appearances. Her hidden heart was permitted near you so you would grow in discernment. Now your mind is wiser, your intuition stronger, your eyes can see truth even in silence. Her presence awakened your spiritual intelligence. Second, to initiate a separation. Heaven is preparing to elevate you, but not everyone can rise with you. Not everyone deserves access to the next version of you. Her presence revealed who must be removed before your elevation. Her exposure is not punishment, it is separation between where you were and where heaven is taking you. Third, to trigger a purification. Your home is a spiritual sanctuary, a place where your blessings will land. But before the blessing could arrive, the space needed cleansing. Her energy revealed what needed to be removed. Her presence triggered the purification that will now transform your home. She unknowingly initiated the cleansing. Fourth, to teach you a divine lesson. Not every gentle voice has gentle intentions. Not every soft tone has soft energy. Heaven let her come close so you could learn the difference. This was a spiritual graduation, a stage of growth you were meant to complete. Now the lesson is learned. Her purpose is complete. Her season is over. This is why she must be exposed now. Once the purpose of a person is complete in your story, heaven removes them. They either walk away, or they reveal their true self, or heaven exposes them fully. For her, the chosen method is exposure. Not to harm her, but to protect you. Not to embarrass her, but to release you. Heaven is not cruel, heaven is precise. Her energy is no longer aligned with your path. Her presence is no longer compatible with your elevation. This is why heaven is severing the connection. Her presence was not destroying you, it was shaping you. Every time you felt discomfort, heaven sharpened your spirit. Every time you felt heaviness, heaven strengthened your senses. Every time her energy entered your home, heaven increased your protection. You did not lose anything because of her. You gained spiritual maturity, divine awareness, emotional clarity, strength, wisdom, and protection. And now heaven says, "My child, the training is complete. The lesson is over. Your spirit has graduated." Her exposure is your certificate of elevation. If this message has stirred something within you, if it has confirmed the whispers of your own soul, then I invite you to stay connected to this path of divine revelation. By choosing to follow this journey, you open a doorway for more heavenly guidance to flow directly into your life. The moment you make that choice, the divine realm acknowledges your readiness and begins to prepare even deeper messages, tailored specifically for your spirit. My beloved, as we close this sacred moment, I leave you with this final truth: your home is about to feel new. Even though nothing physical has changed, the feeling will be different. The vibration will be different. The silence will be peaceful, not heavy. Your rest will be deep, not disturbed. Your mornings will feel hopeful, not drained. Heaven has taken back your spiritual space. You are stepping into a new spiritual chapter, and every chapter begins with cleansing. You are entering a new season of protection, clarity, growth, stability, and divine communication. Heaven has chosen you for this transformation, and heaven will not let anyone interfere. She did not know who she was dealing with. She did not know how protected you are. She did not know your home is guarded by divine forces. But now, she will know. And you, my beloved, will walk forward into the light of your own extraordinary destiny. Go in peace. Her presence was not destroying you, it was shaping you. Every time you felt discomfort, heaven sharpened your spirit. Every time you felt heaviness, heaven strengthened your senses. Every time her energy entered your home, heaven increased your protection. You did not lose anything because of her. You gained spiritual maturity, divine awareness, emotional clarity, strength, wisdom, and protection. And now heaven says, "My child, the training is complete. The lesson is over. Your spirit has graduated. Her exposure is your certificate of elevation." My beloved, as you sit with these words, I want you to feel the shift that is already taking place. Even now, as you read this final paragraph, the atmosphere around you is responding. The spiritual heaviness that clung to your home is beginning to crack, to dissolve, to flee. The angels who stood guard while you slept are now standing closer, awaiting your acknowledgement of this truth. You are not the same person who began reading this message. Something within you has awakened, something that cannot be unseeing, unknowing, or unchanged. My child, the revelation does not end here. What you have received today is the first ripple of a much larger wave that heaven is preparing to release into your life. The exposure of this woman is merely the opening scene of a new chapter where you walk in greater clarity, stronger protection, and deeper peace. Your home will become a lighthouse, a place where miracles feel natural, where prayers are answered swiftly, where your spirit can finally rest. Now, I have one final instruction from heaven for you. Do not close this chapter by simply walking away. Honor what you have received by staying connected to the source of this truth. If your spirit has been stirred, if you recognize that this message found you for a reason, then take the step that heaven is asking of you. Subscribe to this channel and become part of a community where divine messages flow freely, where your spirit can be fed continuously, and where the guidance you need for the days ahead will find you without delay. The moment you subscribe, you are not just clicking a button, you are declaring to heaven that you are ready for more, that you are open to deeper revelation, that you accept the protection and wisdom being offered to you. My beloved, go now and walk through your home with new eyes. Feel the peace that is returning. Breathe the air that is being purified. Rest in the protection that surrounds you. The woman will be exposed. The truth will rise. Your blessing will arrive. And you, my child, will never be the same. This is the promise. This is the prophecy. This is your divine decree. Amen.